Everything seemed perfect for Amy and Nathan after the storm, until the trailer for Heartland Season 19, Episode 4 dropped. What looked like a peaceful chapter in their love story is about to be shattered by an unexpected challenge that could test everything they've built together. The new trailer doesn't just tease a conflict, it screams tension, heartbreak, and choices that could change the course of their relationship forever. So, what exactly is this new challenge, and how will it shake the calm at Heartland Ranch? The trailer opens with the kind of quiet that only comes before chaos. Amy stands by the ranch fence, lost in thought, as Nathan approaches her with a smile that hides a storm of uncertainty. There's a softness between them, yes, but beneath that peace, something feels off. Like they're both holding back words they're afraid to say. After all, the events of the previous episode left scars that haven't fully healed. Amy's sudden emotional collapse after remembering Ty and Nathan's near-death experience with Caleb in that turbulent flight left everyone questioning whether their bond was strong enough to survive the weight of the past. In this episode, the challenge isn't an external threat. It's emotional. The trailer hints at Amy struggling with guilt and confusion, torn between moving forward with Nathan and holding on to the memories of Ty that still haunt her dreams. There's a moment where she looks at Ty's old photo, her eyes filled with a quiet ache, and then she glances toward Nathan, who stands waiting, almost as if he knows that a part of her still isn't his. This silent conflict sets the tone for what's coming next. Meanwhile, Nathan is shown working hard on the ranch, trying to fit into Amy's world. He's doing everything right, helping Jack, caring for the horses, even trying to bond with Lindy. But you can feel that invisible wall between him and Amy. Every time he gets close, something pulls her back. It's not rejection, it's hesitation. Amy loves Nathan, but love doesn't erase the ghosts of the past. The trailer masterfully captures this emotional tug-of-war. One look, one pause, and you can tell there's something neither of them is saying. Then comes the turning point. A brief shot that has the fandom talking. We see Nathan arguing with someone. It's hard to make out who, but many believe it's Caleb. The tension in Nathan's voice is raw, his expression filled with frustration. It's clear that Caleb's disapproval is growing, and that's about to ignite a fire that no one can easily put out. Caleb, once Ty's closest friend, can't seem to accept Nathan as Amy's new partner. And while he insists it's about protecting Amy, deep down, it feels like something more personal. Amy senses this tension too. In one heartbreaking sequence, she overhears Caleb saying that no one can replace Ty, not even Nathan. The words hit her hard because deep down, she knows it's true. Ty's memory isn't something that can be replaced, but does that mean she can't build a future without erasing the past? That's the question that seems to haunt her every move. What's even more gripping is how Heartland has managed to weave this emotional complexity into the familiar comfort of the ranch setting. Every sunset feels heavier now. Every look between Amy and Nathan carries both hope and fear. The trailer suggests that Amy will soon be forced to make a choice, not between two men, but between holding on and letting go. But then, just as the music in the trailer swells, there's a flash, a storm approaching, horses running wild, and Amy calling out Nathan's name. It's not just a metaphor this time. A real physical storm is heading toward Heartland, and with it, a situation that could push Amy and Nathan to their limits. The ranch, once a place of healing, might become the stage for another emotional breakdown. The question now is, will this storm bring them closer together, or tear them apart for good? The storm doesn't wait. It sweeps across Heartland with the kind of fury that mirrors Amy's own emotional chaos. As the wind howls and rain pounds against the barn roof, Amy and Nathan find themselves trapped together inside. Just the two of them, surrounded by the echoes of the past and the uncertainty of what comes next. For a moment, there's silence. Just the sound of raindrops and the uneasy rhythm of their breathing. Then, the conversation begins. Not the gentle kind, but the one that's been waiting too long to surface. Nathan finally breaks the silence. His voice trembles, not with anger, but with exhaustion. He tells Amy that he's tired of feeling like a shadow in someone else's story, tired of competing with a memory he can never live up to. The words hang heavy in the air. Amy looks away. Not because she's angry, but because she knows he's right. She has loved Nathan in her own way, but she's never truly let herself believe she deserves to move on. Ty was her first love, her anchor, but Nathan has been her second chance, and she's been too scared to embrace it completely. As the storm outside rages on, their emotions do the same. Amy steps closer, trying to explain herself, but every word feels like a confession. She admits that she still dreams about Ty sometimes, not because she hasn't moved on, but because part of her heart still lives in the moments they shared. She tells Nathan that loving again after loss isn't easy, that it feels like betraying someone who's gone. Nathan listens quietly, his jaw clenched, his eyes soft but tired. When he finally speaks, he doesn't accuse her. He simply says that he doesn't need her to forget Ty. He just needs her to let him in. That line, "let me in," becomes the emotional heartbeat of the episode. It's raw, honest, and painful. Amy realizes that Nathan isn't trying to replace Ty. He's trying to build something new with her. But just as they begin to bridge the distance between them, fate throws another test their way. Lightning strikes near the barn, startling the horses. Amy rushes to calm them down, but one of the horses, Ty's old favorite, panics and breaks free. The symbolism isn't lost on anyone watching. Amy chases after the horse in the pouring rain, while Nathan follows close behind, shouting her name. The scene captures the perfect metaphor for Amy's struggle, chasing the past while someone in the present risks everything to keep her safe. When Nathan finally catches up, he finds her kneeling in the mud, holding the frightened horse's reins. She's drenched, crying, and exhausted. Nathan doesn't say a word. He just kneels beside her, helping her calm the horse until the storm passes. It's not a grand romantic gesture, but it's the moment that changes everything. Amy finally sees the truth. Nathan isn't here to compete with her memories. He's here to stand beside her no matter how wild the storm gets. Back at the ranch, when the rain finally stops, Amy thanks him quietly. There's no dramatic kiss, no music, just two people breathing the same air, understanding each other for the first time. But the calm doesn't last. The next morning, Amy receives unexpected news that threatens to unravel everything again. According to the trailer, an old letter of Ty's surfaces, one she never knew existed. It's discovered by Jack in a forgotten drawer in the barn. The letter, written before Ty's passing, holds words that will shake Amy's heart to its core. The trailer doesn't reveal what's inside, but the look on Amy's face says it all. Whatever Ty wrote, it's personal, and it's going to test the very foundation of her relationship with Nathan once again. The audience can feel the tension tightening. A love that was finally beginning to heal might be torn apart by a ghost from the past. As the trailer fades, we see Amy holding the letter close, her expression torn between love and fear. Nathan watches from a distance, uncertain of what the future holds. The question now isn't whether they love each other. It's whether that love is strong enough to survive what's coming next. The letter changes everything. Amy can't sleep that night. She sits by the fireplace, the flickering light reflecting off the tear-stained envelope she's been too afraid to open. Ty's handwriting on the front looks achingly familiar. Neat, calm, and full of the warmth that once made her world feel safe. But tonight, that same handwriting feels like a ghost reaching out from the past. Jack finds her sitting there and quietly tells her, "Whatever's inside, it won't change what you have now." But Amy can't shake the feeling that it already has. When she finally unfolds the letter, her hands tremble. Ty's words are exactly what she feared and needed all at once. He had written it during a difficult time. Before their daughter Lindy was born, a letter meant to be read only, "If something ever happened to me." In it, Ty talks about love, loss, and the importance of moving forward. He tells Amy that if life ever took him away, he wanted her to keep living, to keep loving, because she deserved to be happy. But the line that breaks her heart reads, "Don't let guilt chain you to my memory. Set yourself free when the time feels right." Amy's tears fall freely now, not from pain, but from the crushing mix of love and relief. Ty's words are permission, the one thing she never gave herself. She realizes that she's been holding on to his memory out of fear that letting go would mean forgetting him. But Ty never wanted that. He wanted her to heal. And suddenly all the confusion that's haunted her begins to make sense. But even with this newfound clarity, Amy knows the road ahead won't be easy. The next morning, Nathan senses something has shifted in her. She's quieter, distant in a different way this time, not lost in grief, but searching for courage. When he gently asks about the letter, she hesitates. She wants to tell him everything, but part of her worries that bringing Ty's words into their relationship will only reopen old wounds. So she tells him only that it was something important, something she needed to hear. Nathan tries to be understanding, but the uncertainty eats at him. Later, he confides in Jack, admitting that he feels like he's standing in Ty's shadow more than ever. Jack, ever the wise soul, tells him that Amy doesn't need someone to replace Ty. She needs someone strong enough to walk beside his memory without fear. Nathan nods, but you can tell he's still unsure if he's that man. The trailer then cuts to a tense moment. Amy and Nathan working together to save a horse trapped near the riverbank after the storm. The current is strong, and the situation quickly turns dangerous. Amy slips on the muddy edge, nearly falling into the rushing water. Nathan catches her just in time, pulling her to safety. As they sit there, soaked and shaking, Amy finally breaks down. She tells him about the letter, about what Ty said, about how she's been scared to let herself love fully again. Nathan listens silently, and when she finishes, he doesn't say a word. He simply holds her close. That quiet embrace speaks louder than any confession. It's the first time Amy truly lets herself lean on him without guilt. It's raw, messy, and real. The kind of moment Heartland does best. For the first time, Amy stops comparing what she has now to what she lost. She begins to see Nathan not as Ty's replacement, but as her partner, her present. But just when the episode seems to find its peace, the trailer hints at a final twist. A short, dimly lit scene shows Nathan receiving a phone call late at night. His expression shifts from confusion to shock. He leaves the house quietly, the screen fading to black before we can hear a word of what's said. Fans are left guessing. Is it connected to his past, or is this the next challenge that will once again test his and Amy's fragile happiness? Whatever it is, one thing is certain. Heartland isn't done breaking hearts just yet. The calm after the storm might only be the eye of something even bigger. The mystery of Nathan's late-night phone call sends ripples through Heartland. The next morning, he's gone. His truck missing from the driveway, his phone switched off, and no note left behind. Amy wakes up to silence, and that silence feels heavier than any storm. The worry in her eyes says it all. After everything they've been through, after finally finding a fragile peace, he's just disappeared. She searches the ranch, calling his name, her voice echoing against the hills, but all she gets in return is the wind. When Jack and Lou find her standing by the barn, clutching the letter Ty wrote, Amy's voice cracks as she says, "He didn't even say goodbye." Jack, calm as always, tells her to trust Nathan, that whatever made him leave, it wasn't out of weakness. But Amy's heart won't rest. She knows Nathan has secrets he's never talked about, a past that still shadows him, much like her own grief has shadowed her. The trailer teases brief flashes of his journey. Nathan driving down a long dirt road, a photo of an older man beside him on the dashboard, and a sign that reads Hudson Airfield. It's clear this is connected to his father, the one he tried to visit before the plane turbulence changed everything. Meanwhile, Amy's emotions spiral between fear and anger. She wants to believe in Nathan's love, but doubts creep in. Did he run away because of Ty's letter? Did he realize that her heart still belonged to someone else? These questions keep haunting her. In a moment of emotional exhaustion, she turns to Caleb, the one person who has always been blunt, sometimes painfully so. He admits that he doesn't understand Nathan's choices, but reminds Amy that real love doesn't always make sense. Sometimes, he says, people disappear not to escape you, but to come back stronger for you. It's a hard truth to hear, but it sticks with her. Amy begins to look at things differently. Instead of waiting helplessly, she returns to the ranch's routine, training horses, helping Lindy with her riding lessons, and finding comfort in the everyday life that Heartland has always offered. But even in the quiet moments, her mind drifts back to Nathan. Every sound of a truck engine makes her heart skip. Every empty sunset reminds her of his absence. Days pass, and then suddenly, everything changes. Late one evening, Amy receives a call from an unknown number. When she answers, her breath catches. It's Nathan's voice, faint and strained. He tells her that he's at the airfield, that something's gone wrong, and then the line goes dead. The trailer shows only fragments after that. Amy rushing into her truck, rain pouring once again, headlights cutting through the darkness as she speeds down the empty road. The tension builds with every frame. You can almost feel her heartbeat through the screen. When Amy reaches the airfield, she finds Nathan's truck, but no sign of him. The hangar doors creak open as she steps inside, calling his name. Her flashlight catches something glinting on the floor. His bracelet, the one she gifted him months ago. Her voice breaks as she picks it up. The music swells, and just before the screen fades to black, a shadow moves behind her. That's where the trailer cuts, leaving fans with a chilling cliffhanger. Who was behind her? Was it Nathan returning or someone from his past? Some believe the call came from his estranged father, pulling him into something darker. Others think it's connected to Ty's old veterinary work, a mystery from years ago coming back to haunt the ranch. Whatever the truth is, the episode promises to take Heartland into uncharted emotional territory. For Amy, this isn't just about love anymore, it's about faith. Faith that Nathan will come back. Faith that she can hold on without losing herself. And maybe most of all, faith that even after heartbreak, the heart can still find its way home. The storm might have passed, but the real challenge, the one that will decide the future of Amy and Nathan's relationship, is only just beginning. The screen fades in with the sound of wind. Soft, haunting, and full of tension. Amy stands alone in the hangar, clutching Nathan's bracelet in her trembling hands. Her flashlight flickers as she whispers his name again, but only silence answers. Then from the shadows, a voice finally calls out, low, weak, and familiar. It's Nathan. He stumbles into the light, drenched and exhausted, his face pale and marked with worry. Amy rushes to him, half in relief, half in anger. She asks where he's been, why he left, and what's going on. But before Nathan can answer, his body gives in, and he collapses into her arms. The next few moments blur together. Amy calls for help, her voice shaking, and Jack arrives with the truck. Together, they get Nathan back to the ranch, where Dr. Scott checks him over. The tension in the room is unbearable. Finally, Scott explains that Nathan had an accident on his way to the airfield, a minor crash after he received news about his father's failing health. He'd been trying to make it in time to see him, but the storm had trapped him out there. Amy listens in silence, guilt washing over her. All the doubts she had, all the anger she felt, melt into one painful realization. Nathan wasn't running away from her. He was fighting his own battle, alone. When Nathan wakes up, he finds Amy sitting by his bedside, the letter from Ty resting beside her. She looks at him, her eyes tired but full of love. This time she doesn't hold back. She tells him she's done living between the past and the present, done letting ghosts dictate her future. She admits she was scared that loving him meant betraying Ty's memory, but now she understands that love isn't a replacement. It's continuation. Ty taught her what love could be. Nathan taught her what love can become. Nathan listens, his eyes filling with quiet emotion. He reaches for her hand and says, "Then let's stop being haunted. Let's start living." It's simple, but it's the most powerful line in the episode, the moment where healing finally begins. The next day, the sky over Heartland clears. The air feels lighter, as if the ranch itself has exhaled after a long, heavy breath. Amy and Nathan walk to the pasture together, where Lindy waits with Spartan. It's a small, quiet scene, but one that carries enormous weight. Amy helps Lindy onto the horse, guiding her with the same patience Ty once showed her. Nathan watches from beside the fence, and when Amy looks back at him, there's no hesitation, just a smile, warm and steady. The trailer then shifts to a montage. Amy and Nathan working side by side, repairing the fences after the storm, laughing softly over morning coffee, and riding together across the open field. It's not a fairy tale ending, but it's something real, a beginning built from pain, honesty, and endurance. But Heartland being Heartland, it can't end without a whisper of what's next. As night falls over the ranch, Jack finds Amy outside, gazing at the horizon. He tells her that life at Heartland has always been about second chances, about learning to hold on and let go at the same time. Amy nods, and for once, there's peace in her eyes. She turns to head back inside, but before the scene fades, the camera lingers on the barn door, where someone has slipped a photograph under the wood. Amy doesn't see it. The wind picks it up slightly, revealing half of the image. Nathan as a young boy, standing beside a man who looks eerily familiar. The mystery deepens once again. The trailer closes on that haunting image, leaving viewers in stunned silence. Is Nathan's past about to return to the ranch? What secrets still lie buried in his family's story? And how will Amy handle another wave of truth when she's just begun to heal? As the screen fades to black, the narrator's final words echo softly. Sometimes love isn't about the calm after the storm. It's about finding someone who stays through it. The credits roll, but the questions linger, leaving fans counting the days until the next episode, where Amy and Nathan's love will face its most personal challenge yet. Every storm leaves its mark. And for Amy and Nathan, this one changed everything. What began as a test of trust became the moment that redefined their love. They've both walked through loss, guilt, and the shadows of their past. But now, for the first time, they're learning to walk toward the light together. The trailer for episode 4 doesn't just hint at a new chapter. It feels like a turning point. The calm before a new kind of storm. One that will come not from the sky, but from Nathan's past. The look on his face in those final seconds says it all. There are still secrets he's not ready to share. Secrets that could either bring them closer or tear everything apart again. And while Amy finally seems ready to love without fear, the past has a way of returning when you least expect it. Heartland has always been about resilience, about finding hope even when everything feels lost. And that's exactly what makes this story so powerful. So, as fans, we're left asking, will Amy's newfound strength be enough to face what's coming? And will Nathan's truth set them free? Or destroy the fragile piece they've built together? One thing's for sure, Episode 4 isn't just another love story. It's the heart of Heartland beating louder than ever before. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated with every twist, heartbreak, and surprise from Heartland Season 19, make sure to like, follow, and keep watching, because the next episode might just change everything we thought we knew about Amy and Nathan's journey.